Hello, friends. Okay, so wait for everyone to get here and then we'll get started. But very excited to be live with you guys on Good Friday. All right, I'm going to go ahead and post the shopping link right here in the comments. So this is where you can find all of the makeup and the tools I'm going to be using for this look today. I have this vision in mind, so hopefully it comes to life. All right, so we're gonna jump on in. So the first thing that I always do before I put on any makeup at all is I always do my pre-makeup routine, which consists of two things. So the setting spray and the mattifying face primer. So I always do setting spray, primer, setting spray. And that little routine there is how I'm gonna achieve super full coverage, flawless complexion with the makeup that I'm using. Highly recommend, if you are not doing that routine, to try it because you will get the most phenomenal results from doing so. So make sure to grab the setting spray and the primer. If you're not sure what primer you are, there's three options. There's the Glorious face primer, which is good for like combination to non-problematic skin, which is pretty much no one. And then there's also the mattifying face primer, which is my personal favorite because it blurs fine lines, pores, and creasing, and it has no silicone on it, so it doesn't dry you out. And then there's also the hydrating face primer, which is perfect if you have really dry skin. So lots of options as it goes with that. So if you're not sure what you are, just message me. I actually, on my wall, I just posted an easy two-way message me if you're having any trouble. All you have to do to get to my Facebook, obviously you're here watching me, excuse me, so you know where I'm live at. So again, it's called Rhea Hope is my page. So as long as you go to Facebook and you type in Rhea Hope, it will bring you to my Facebook page and you can message me there. Okay, so we're going to jump on in. Like I said, we're going to do the Liquid Touch Foundation coverage today. I've already shooken it up pretty well. Always make sure to squeeze the topper and then shake. It'll push whatever's in the topper back into the bottle so you can shake it really well and get that full coverage out of it. As opposed to if you're not shaking, you could get a little bit watery of coverage just because it's mineral based. So you want it to kind of look similar to that. So we're going to go in with this and apply this all over our skin. I like to dot this on with the powder concealer brush, but you can also use the kabuki brush for this step just to get the product on there. I'm using it in the shade Lace today, but what I love about this foundation is it's completely buildable. So if you're wanting that full coverage look, you can achieve that. If you're wanting something really light, you can achieve that. I used about 5 drops on mine. I didn't do like exact drops. I just kind of squeezed the bottle or squeezed the topper on there. And then we're going to apply this all over. Always bring it down the neck. You don't have to have like a perfect line of where you stop, but bringing it down the neck is going to allow it to fade into your chest so much more softly than if you were just stopping here. If you're just stopping here, no offense, but you're doing it wrong. That's when you're going to get that whole mask look, that whole look where your makeup doesn't match. Even if it was a perfect match, if you're stopping right here, you're going to get that disconnect because our chests are darker than our face. It's always going to be that way. So make sure to bring it down the neck. Really, really important. And that's kind of why I love this brush too, because it allows me to kind of very briskly bring it down without like coating my neck with product. You know what I mean? So that was, again, the powder concealer brush, but you can also use the kabuki brush with that. And now I'm going to go in with just a teeny tiny bit more, just like half a drop. Just dot this around my skin. And now the kicker are the blending buds. These blending buds are different from like your everyday beauty blender. I've had so many people say, oh, I have blending buds, I don't need those. And then you come back to me and you're like, my makeup doesn't look as flawless as yours. Telling you, these blending buds are the ticket. They compress the makeup down into place versus just kind of swirling the makeup on. So they really get like intentional, really, really soft, beautiful coverage versus patchy, maybe swirly, maybe you can see your brush strokes coverage. So this is going to really be incredible, especially if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles. So make sure to definitely grab the blending buds. They're a little bit more dense than your everyday beauty blender, but you can wear them in and break them in just like a good pair of shoes. You first get them and you're like, oh gosh, I could not wear these all day. And then once you start wearing and breaking them in, you don't know how you ever lived without it. Those are the blending buds. All right, so now so again, that was the Liquid Touch. And then now I'm going to go in with my Skin Solution Concealer in the shade Organza. I'm going to show you guys a new trick. for applying concealer. I personally don't do this trick because I love the OG way of putting on concealer, but I always love to give you guys, I love being a resource for you guys to be able to watch these tutorials and be able to walk away with some new trick or tip or something to try with your makeup. So we're gonna go with the Skin Solution Concealer in the shade Organza. So typically when I apply my concealer, I go down like this and then cross. So like create a triangle. There is a newer trick that you're gonna bring it down like this and then just dot here in the center, or I'm sorry, the corner, okay? So both sides, so right here and right here. Okay, so this is the trick for you if you have a lot of fine lines under your eyes. So if you struggle with your under eyes creasing or just overall looking really crepey, this trick highly recommend. And I'm not seeing any comments so far, so I don't know if no one's commenting or if I'm just not seeing them. So let me know where you're watching from and make sure to click that little button in your bottom left-hand corner to be able to watch this later. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the blending bud and blend this in all over. So while we're doing this trick, this is going to be the trick for applying a very seamless concealer on your under eyes because we are blending it out over this area. However, the majority of the product is going to be on the inner corner and the outer corner. So we're lessening the amount of product that we're using, and it's going to appear that way. It's going to look softer. It's going to look lighter on your under eye. So that is the little trick for you to try at home if you are getting frustrated with your concealer. If you feel like no matter what you do, it just builds up right here and you can see all these little lines, try doing that again, marking here and marking in the outside corner and then bring it together. And again, make sure you get the blending buds. The other amazing product, or the other amazing thing I love about this product is there's caffeine infused in it. So it's actually giving you a little bit of an eye lift as you apply it. If you need to be color matched for this concealer or for the foundation I just used, comment color match in the comments and I'll be able to private message you and get you all set up with your makeup. So comment color match or anything and then I'll private message you. Okay, so now to set our concealer into place, I'm gonna use my Touch Behold Translucent Setting Powder. I'm still not seeing any comments, so either you guys are real quiet today or Facebook's broken. But I'm just gonna carry on. So if you are asking me something right now, I obviously am not seeing it. So make sure to just message me here on Facebook, which again, I posted my link to be able to message me on my page. Okay, so now I'm gonna be using my Touch Behold Translucent Setting Powder. And we're going to use, like I said, a baking technique with this. And what this does is it's going to draw out the natural oils of our skin and basically trap them. So no oils or anything are moving away from them, or no oils are moving away from our makeup. So it's not going to make our makeup come off altogether or anything like that. So we're going to pop this on all over. Hey, Ash, are you seeing comments? No. Huh. Are you commenting? Yeah. How annoying. Okay, so Facebook's busted. So we're not seeing any comments at all. So if you're commenting, thank you. I see all of you are watching. I see Natalie and Kaylee, Jackie, Robin, Karen, Susan. I see your guys' names on here, but I don't see any comments. So do me a favor and just message me, I suppose, if you guys have any questions. But I'll just keep teaching. So now I'm going to use my fan brush and sweep away any excess. And this is going to, see, it's just like...
Did you see my comment?
Nothing. It just looks like this. Just all people watching.
Weird.
I know. So sorry about that, but I guess the show must go on. All right, so I sweeped away any excess of that, and what this does is it's going, like I said, to draw out that oil and trap it. If you have oily skin, the Touch Behold setting powder will be for you. If you have more dry skin, you're gonna want this guy right here, which is the Prime to Set powder. So the Prime to Set powder is what you'll wanna use. This has a water releasing technology in it, so when it hits your skin, it kind of almost feels wet, but don't worry, your skin's not wet, but it gives so much hydration into your foundation. So again, if you're struggling with that dry, cakey, flaky look, no matter what you're using, try using this to set your makeup. Another product you can try to use to set your makeup is the brand new pressed powder. The brand new pressed powder that Younique launched is phenomenal. It has shea butter and vitamin E in it. So again, it's adding so much hydration to your, let me apply this underneath my necklaces. to your skin. So it's setting the makeup into place, but it's also providing that really wonderful, just like lotion. When you put on lotion, you're like, ah, it feels so smooth. That's kind of how this is for your makeup. So it's like lotion for your makeup. Ooh, that's a good tip. So this is gonna set your makeup. It's gonna give you that super flawless full coverage. I did one side versus the other. Click that little thumbs up if you see the difference between these two sides of my face. This side we did the pressed powder, this side I did not. See the difference? Telling you, pressed powder is needed. I'm using it in the shade Taffeta. And again, you can buy all of these products on my website at reahopebeauty.com is where you can find them. So make sure you're shopping on my website. And then make sure to message me here on Facebook if you need to be color matched. If you head to my page, Rhea Hope, I have a little area there. I actually just posted it for you to message me. So if you need any help picking out your products, please send me a selfie facing a window and I can give you a perfect recommendation. All right, so now that we have our full coverage on, looking so soft, so flawless, now we're gonna go in with our same product, a pressed powder, but this is gonna be in the shade Chenille, and we're gonna use this to contour with. So top of the ear towards the corner of the mouth, just going back and forth, swirl in the hollow of the cheek and then around the jawline, and then you can also bring this down. So if you ever feel again that you have that disconnect between your face and your chest, you can take that pressed powder or in the contour color and then kind of like taper it through to again soften that up. And this is not going to come off in your t-shirts. It's not going to come off on your necklaces. This product is incredible for holding power. All right, so now we're gonna go in and just contour the forehead, which again is gonna give us that warmth to our skin that we otherwise lose when we use powders and foundations and things. So this is gonna give us that like kind of almost like that normal glowy look back to our skin. And now I've contoured one side versus the other. See that difference, you guys? You get the really wonderful warmth back to your skin so you don't look so washed out. And you're just going to follow the general rule of thumb where it's bottom of the ear towards where you contoured at, so this whole little line, and then top of the ear towards the corner of the mouth, just like that, in that little area, and that's how you contour. So again, it doesn't need to be difficult or scary or intimidating, especially if you have this brush. This is called the Tapered Blusher Brush, hands down the best brush in the universe for contouring. It's a perfect amount of fluff, it's perfect amount of tapered. It's underneath brushes on my website, reahopebeauty.com. And again, if you need to be color matched, just message me a selfie facing a window. All right, so for today's blush, we're gonna use the shade Stunning. So this month's deal is really, really fun. You get to choose any blush color. You get to choose any mascara. You get to choose any singular eyeshadow. And you get to choose any of the new lip glosses. Oh, yay, I see a comment. It's so easy now that I practice. Yay, hi, Jessica. Oh my gosh, I saw a comment. Hallelujah. So we're using the shade Stunning, which is so appropriate for this name. It's so stunning. It's beautiful. It just gives you that really gorgeous, like, pinky tone back to your skin. And there's no sheen to this. This is matte. So if you aren't really into, like, I don't know, sheen or metallic blush colors, this is a really great one to choose, and it's perfect for springtime, summertime. Definitely grab this brush to apply it. I love the way it applies. It's just super, super soft and really floofy. It's called the Setting Powder Brush, and it's underneath my website, reahopebeauty.com, underneath face brushes. Sorry, my eyelashes are like itchy. Okay, so now for highlight. We're gonna do the Touch of the Mode Luminizer in the shade Pearly. And we're going to pop this on the bridge and tip of the nose and then highest parts of the cheekbones. Okay, I'm not seeing any other comments. Jessica got through and that's about it. All right, so Touch of Mode Luminizer on, and this is just going to give us that really pretty, like, glowy, dewy look. I feel like I have a loose eyelash that's tickling me. So, eyebrows. We're going to do the brow pencil in the shade Medium. Hands down my favorite brow product because it just applies it so easily. I always comb through first, and then how I do my brows. I always follow the tear duct straight up, and this is kind of where you know to cap off the brow. So etch a little line there, okay? Once you've etched a teeny tiny little line there, then you're going to take that teeny tiny line and you're going to go from that top corner and you're going to etch to the top of the arch. Once you get to the arch, you're going to do the same thing down below. Take it from the corner to the arch. Once you've kind of created your outline of your eyebrow, then you're just going to color in. So wherever and however your eyebrow hairs are moving, so these hairs are going up, these hairs go this way, these hairs go down, you're just going to follow the natural shape of your brow. And then as you go, you can create a more structured eyebrow if you're wanting to, if that's your jam. Or if you want it to look really wispy and natural, you'll just kind of use a lighter hand and do less strokes. Once you kind of have that outline done, then you're going to take the spoolie side and you're just going to comb through, and that will lessen the product and kind of move it around. But look at that difference. Look how much higher up this side of my face looks than this side. Isn't that crazy? Doing the same exact expression, and this side looks like I have way more room for eyeshadow versus that side. Telling you, the brow pencil must have, even if you're not into doing your eyebrows, it really does give you that really nice frame of your face and opens up your eyes. So if you are struggling with your eyes looking really small, highly recommend to get the brow pencil, you guys. So, so good. All right, so we're gonna color in on this side. Okay. Close that. And then comb through a little bit. And that's it. All right, so now once we've done our brows, now I'm gonna go in with the eyeliner in the shade Pristine. I have been using this nonstop lately. It's a white liner, and this is going to be amazing if you have smaller eyes, more hooded eyes, or are just trying to get your eyes to look brighter and more like welcoming. Like it really draws the attention to your eyes. So water lines above and below, just like that. And again, it's called Pristine is the color. Highly recommend. It's only $15 too. All right, so now that we have that liner on, now we're gonna do a really pretty simple, actually I'm gonna do my lips first. I'm feeling motivated. We're gonna do our lips. I'm gonna line them first. This is just a cheap NYX liner. It's not my favorite because it kind of breaks off as you go, but it is what it is, fizz. And I'm gonna feather this through. Okay. And then now I'm gonna go in with the lipstick in the shade Minted, which is a really pastel nude. And apply this. I'm not gonna like go hog wild with it, but now I'm gonna take my finger and blend this in. And then same thing on top. I love these matte lipsticks because it literally feels like you have nothing on your lips. And they're super creamy. It's finally a matte lipstick that doesn't peel or like come off on everything. It's so good. So again, that's the shade Minted by itself. Isn't that pretty? Kind of gives you that like pastel look, which I love. Now I'm going to top it with the lip gloss in the shade Luxe. So the lip glosses just launched. They are the same formula, but different packaging. So I have the same color Luxe that's available. And look how this completely transforms this lip look, you guys. That's so pretty. Minted in Luxe, you guys. So dang good. Oh my gosh. I think I found like my new go-to. So good. So again, Minted lipstick, matte lipstick, and the shade Luxe in the lip glosses. And you can choose this in your April special, which is on sale, or you could buy it by itself. There's 6 different lip glosses to choose from. They're high gloss without feeling sticky or like annoying. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys know what I mean, but because no one's commenting. Well, maybe you are, but I can't see. But what I was getting at is sometimes it's like annoying to wear lip gloss, you know, when your hair gets stuck in it and your lips are like, I don't know, I'm not a fan, but these lip glosses are the only ones that I have like used and loved. I have like all of the old formula ones because they're my favorite. So I'm so glad that they redid them and repackaged them. So they actually packaged them bigger so you get more product. Yeah. All right, so now for eyes. We're gonna go ahead. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use colors. I'm kind of winging it a little bit with this. I have this vision of what I want to do with this eye color, but haven't like figured out exactly what I want to do. But I keep all of my eyeshadows in this palette. So this is called the Reusable Palette. It holds 25 shadows and it's sold by itself underneath accessories, I believe, on my website. So if you head to my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com, you can snag this. So if you have more than 4 eyeshadows, definitely grab this. In this month's bundle, you get any one singular shadow. So I'd grab the shadow and grab this and then stock up. So these are all the available shades minus 4 because I have them in another palette. But we're going to start off with the shade Timid, which is this like really soft champagne. And I'm going to start off with that on my blending brush just to like get it on there quickly. This is one of my favorite colors to start with, especially if you struggle with your eyeshadows creasing or coming off altogether. These eyeshadows have primer infused in them, so they're literally the best things ever for working as a base or just overall. So blending brush I'm going to use first and just pop this all on, just like this. And it's really going to mattify our eyes and just overall give us the really, really pretty kind of softness to our eyes. All right, so blending brush, which is underneath eye brushes on my website. So once we have Timid on there all the way, now I'm going to switch up my brushes and I'm going to grab the fluffy crease brush and I'm going to go in with the color Earthy, which is like a really pretty satin brown. And I'm going to grab this on here and begin to pop this on the outside of the corner and then work into the crease a little bit, but I'm going to try to stay on like this side of my eye. I also love that these eyeshadows don't have a ton of fallout either. There's nothing that's more irritating than like doing your eyeshadow and then you get like eyeshadow all over your face, you know? Okay, the other side. So far we used Timid and now we're using Earthy. Which Earthy is a really good color to have in your palettes because it's a very like subtle, soft, kind of a good neutral. It's like one of those colors that just looks good on everybody and just works with every eye look, which I think we all need that in our palettes. All right, so now I'm going to work my way up and I'm going to grab the shade Fervent, which is this like really pretty kind of like burnt red, like a purpley red. And I'm going to grab that on my brush. I always tap in the mirror of whatever I'm using. And now I'm going to very light-handedly begin to push this on the outside corner. Again, just staying on this side of the eye. Okay, same thing on the other side. And I'm pressing versus sweeping because I want more control over what I'm doing and how much is going on there. Because it's always easier to add than to take away. Trick 2, if you have hooded eyes, is when you are doing this, keep your eyes open and kind of swish out here on the outside corners. That'll help that when you have your eyes open, you can still see what's happening underneath. And again, you can choose these colors, any of these colors, in the April special, which again is on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com. I'm going to take that empty blending brush again with the shade Timid and apply this now on the front side. And then I'm going to kind of bounce back and forth to make it kind of look like it fades into that eye. Oh, you can?
So someone's asking you to go run back through your eyeshadow shades.
What I have on?
Yeah, what you had and what you put where.
So I have Timid all over, and then we did Earthy on the outside corner, and then I did Fervent going just this half. So Fervent, Earthy, and Timid. Is that it?
That's it so far.
Okay.
I can only see like 10 at a time.
How weird. Facebook is so annoying. Let me live my life. All right, I'm going to take Fervent on this liner side, and I'm just going to drag this underneath the lower lash line to give it like that cohesive finished look. Same thing on this side. And, oh, I see one. Hi, Carol. Thank you. You can also build a palette underneath eyeshadows. You can choose 4 or you can choose 8 if you're wanting to like build your own eyeshadow palette, which I love doing that. I love having like full control over like my own palettes because I'm kind of picky when it comes to shadows. I only like certain ones. So I love that there's that option. Okay, I'm taking this brush. I'm just kind of like softening this outside kind of corner up here. Okay, and now I'm going to take the same product, the liner brush, and I'm going to take the shade Legendary, which is this black, and press that on there. And then now I'm going to close my eye and drag this along the top of the lash line. I'm sorry, not drag, more like press. Make small pressing motions. Okay, same thing on this side. You could also do this with the Brow Obsession brush because it has a liner side to it too. Okay, pretty. All right, so now I'm going to set my makeup. And again, if you're wanting to recreate this eye, we did Timid, Earthy, Fervent, Legendary. So those 4 colors are what we used. And then we used the fluffy crease brush and the blending brush. And then we did the liner shader brush, but I'm not sure if that's still available. So you could do the brow brush because it has a dense liner side as well. Okay, so while we're doing the setting spray before our mascara is I don't like when my mascara is more wet after I apply my setting spray. And also the setting spray is going to add moisture into our foundation, which helps it to expand and look super natural and really wonderful. So that is going to really help give us that like amazing quote unquote natural looking makeup look. All right, so that was the lash primer. So we put that on first, and that is going to give us, the white is going to give us all the length. And it's also hydrating our lashes, which can help slow down the shed cycle, which will help your lashes look fuller, longer. Now I'm going in with the Twisted Mascara, which like I said, this is also available in the April special. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely do so. It's a really, really good deal. So what's really cool about my favorite mascara, the Twisted, is it has this really amazing intentional bristle wand, which gives you the best separation while you're applying. And it also has argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it. So it's actually helping your lashes grow while you're wearing the mascara, which is a trip. I killed it with the formula. It's so good. It's totally buildable without getting clumpy. It's my favorite. And like I said, it comes with the upgraded April special. So definitely head to my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com. Click on April special and then make sure you say upgrade yes. So the other cool part is it has this teeny tiny little wand here, which gives the best application for those hard to reach eyelashes. And it's really good for like fine tuning your lash look. Okay, so same thing on this side. And bottom lash line. All right, and there we go. That's the whole makeup look. Oh, I love it. I love the way the eye came out. It's really, really pretty. So again, we did the Liquid Touch Foundation, we did the Skin Solution Concealer in Organza, I did my pressed powder in the shade Taffeta with the shade Chenille for contour, we did the shade Stunning for our blush, and the shade Pearly in the Touch the Mode Luminizer for our highlight. Brow pencil in medium. Lips, we did the lipstick in Minted and the lip gloss in Luxe, both available. And then on our eyes, we did Timid, Earthy, Fervent, and Legendary on our eyes with the Twisted mascara and the lash primer. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm sorry I couldn't see your comments. I hope you guys, if you had a question, you reach out to me here on Facebook by messaging me. Just head to my page, Rhea Hope, and you can message me that way. Or if you click on my face, a description window will pop down and you can see the area to message me there. And then if you are still having trouble, you can always follow me on Instagram. My name is Rhea Hope there as well as YouTube, Pinterest, you name it. So just search Rhea Hope, all one word, and you'll find me. But feel free to message me there as well. All right, guys, I love you and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.